Hi everyone, welcome back. So I'm going to do a video today about how a house of colour, autumn leaf, natural classic dresses for the summer. So dresses for a season that isn't representative of their own season. And I did a video like this back in spring, so I did how does a, again, autumn natural classic dress for spring. So if you know your colour season, sometimes it is a little bit difficult to know how to dress for other seasons, because typically in the summer you can only really get sort of summer appropriate coloured clothing. You're not likely to find like pastels or sort of moss green colours or ambers or mustards or winter colours. You're only really likely to find the colours suited to that season. So this video is just going to be a way for me to sort of describe how I try to adhere to my colour season and my clothing personality for a different season. So I did do one of these, like I say, back in spring, and with that video I'm pretty sure I did like a daily check-in for about a week, and I showed you how I dressed for that day, how I did my makeup, how I did my hair, my nails, accessories, things like that. But the summer this year has been really pants, but actually today it is really sunny, it's really warm, it's 24 degrees, so I am dressed in one of my summer capsule outfits today for the first time in a long time. So I'm going to talk you through the things today rather than do daily check-ins, because like I say, the summer has been really pants, so I haven't really worn a lot of my summer capsule wardrobe clothing recently, but I do have a few different things that I'm going to go through with you today in this video. So the first one is all about the colour palette that I choose to wear. So as an autumn, I like to wear my autumn colours all year round. However, with the House of Colour system, there are 4 sub-seasons for each of your different 4 seasons. And each sub-season, in my mind, kind of corresponds to the 4 seasons throughout the year. So for spring, what I did was I wore my soft autumn colours because those were the lightest, the least saturated and the most appropriate for that time of the year. And for summer, what I have decided to do is base my clothes, my jewellery, my makeup around the vibrant autumn colour palette. Now I did put up a video detailing the 4 different sub-seasons for each season, so go and check those out. But with the vibrant autumn sub-season, the colours are the brightest, they are the most sort of saturated, they're the boldest, they're the most vibrant, hence vibrant autumn. And thus this sub-season actually kind of borders on spring, but in my mind these colours sort of suit summer the best. For me, spring is all about pastels, it's about softness. There is obviously some colour there, but for summer it's about boldness, brightness, vibrancy. So for me, the vibrant autumn sub-season fitted pretty well for the summer months. So I have based my summer capsule wardrobe around the vibrant autumn colour palette. And because the weather is actually really warm today, like I say, I am wearing one of my summer capsule wardrobe outfits. So I have this bright orange vest on and I have some lime green shorts on. So the colours that are associated with the vibrant autumn sub-season, that colour palette, are going to be the brighter colours. So like the orange, saffron, lime green, grass green, yellow ochre, maybe also a royal purple in there if you wanted a little bit of darkness within that colour palette, a royal purple, a bright vibrant autumnal purple in there as well, maybe a peacock. So it is the most colourful, the most vibrant colours within the autumn colour palette. And then with the neutrals, I like to go for the lightest neutral, so that would be like an oyster white, it would be say a beige, it would be a khaki. I wouldn't really wear some of my darker neutrals, so like a dark green or a dark brown, a tan, a chestnut at this time of year. I would tend to kind of reserve those colours for more like the autumn winter. And also, if the weather is warm, and thankfully today it is warm, I like to wear lighter colours because it means I'm going to absorb less heat and I'm going to feel a little bit cooler in comparison to, say, if I was to wear a fully dark brown outfit during the hot days. So the next one is all about materials, and this is more appropriate for my clothing personality, whereas the first one I just went through, I suppose, is more appropriate for my colour season. So during the summer, I like to go for more natural materials, so materials such as, say, cotton and linen that are going to be lightweight, they're going to be breathable, they're going to be comfortable, and they're going to help to keep me cool as well. And that is typically something that you would hear in a lot of these types of fashion videos anyway. But for natural classics, particularly the natural in us, this is very important. Natural, we like things to be organic, to be as natural as possible. So we like a lot of those natural materials like linen, like cotton, wool, cashmere as well, but those probably not so applicable to the summer months. So going back to my outfit, this is either 95% or 100% cotton. So it's very soft, but it is breathable and I feel quite cool in it. And my shorts are 100% linen, so again, very comfortable and very breathable, lightweight, gonna keep me cool. During the warmer weather, you want to try to stay away from, as much as possible, things like polyester, because it is gonna make you feel a little bit warm, it's gonna make you feel a little bit close in your clothes. You might start to feel a little bit kind of sticky and like you need to kind of air yourself, whereas materials like linen and like cotton that I've got on today, I don't feel like I need to kind of fan myself. I feel like it's very kind of like natural and lightweight on my body. I feel like I've got a good kind of like airflow going on as well. Nothing feels really tight and restrictive. And also for the classic side of my natural classic clothing personality, we very much like things to be of higher quality. And that doesn't necessarily mean expensive and lots of money involved in buying your clothes. It just means that your clothes are a bit more refined and, yeah, more quality and more care has gone into them. And you are likely to find that more in clothing that is made up of more natural fibres like linen and like cotton, wool, etc. So making sure I'm wearing the appropriate natural materials for each of the seasons is a really important part of my clothing personality, and it pleases both my natural and my classic. And that leads quite nicely into my third point, which is all about making sure that I have a balance of both natural and classic within my daily outfits. And this is actually something that I have struggled with a little bit recently. I don't particularly like dressing for summer. I think out of all the 4 seasons, it's the one that I like dressing for the least. I find it really difficult to put together an outfit. I'm not sure whether it's the fact that you can't really sort of layer your clothing in the summer. I'm not really too sure what it is about summer, but I just don't like dressing for it. I have never liked dressing for it, and I find it really difficult to get that sweet spot of wearing not too many clothes, not too few clothes, but the right materials, and making sure that the outfit at the end of the day looks rather nice. And because I've struggled with that, I have been leaning too much into my natural part of my clothing personality, and this was actually something that was picked up in a comment on one of my previous videos. I can't recall what the video was now, but somebody did comment to say that I was leaning too much into my natural, and that is absolutely correct. Too many of my summer clothes or the outfits that I would make up would be too loose, too unstructured, so too much on that natural side of things. And I think in terms of the structure of my outfits, the individual pieces, I lean more towards classic. So I like them to be that bit more tailored, that bit more fitted, more structure and uniformity in them. So I would go for, say, like a t-shirt and like linen shorts, for example, for a typical summer capsule outfit, and that would be too unstructured, that would be too loose, too natural. I didn't really have much classic going on in that outfit, and that was a really important observation, so thanks for that comment. That is something that I definitely do need to still consider moving forwards. I find it a lot easier to balance the natural classic for the rest of the seasons for the year, but summer I do struggle with. I am trying to, I suppose, get more summer pieces within my wardrobe that are more classic. So in my last wardrobe update, I had bought a pair of tailored camel shorts. So although I have about 5 pairs of shorts initially, because they're all linen, which suits my natural classic clothing personality in terms of the material, structure wise, they are too natural. If I paired it with a classic top, that would have been fine, but I hadn't really done that. I'd gone for like a loose t-shirt on top. So going for a structured short means that I can still wear that t-shirt on top because I have structure on the bottom, classic on the bottom, and loose, natural on the top. And I think that gives me a good balance if I do that. So that is something that I need to kind of think of throughout the rest of the summer when it comes to putting my outfits together. The next thing that I do in summer as an autumn natural classic is about makeup. So as an autumn, we are a muted, blended season. So the best makeup to suit us is muted, is blended, and it will be very warm. And as a natural classic, makeup needs to be fairly minimal, nothing too bold, nothing too dramatic, nothing too much going on. Keep things fairly kind of simple, pared back and natural looking. And I do tend to do that on a sort of day-to-day basis anyway. If I was to go a little bit bolder with one part of my makeup, I would really sort of pare it back with other parts of my makeup. But with summer, what I like to do is go for a brighter, more colourful makeup. So again, leaning into those vibrant autumn colours. And I've done this a little bit today, so I don't really have too much going on the eyes, a little bit of like a bronzy eyeshadow, but I've gone for more of an orange lip, so to go well with this top. So this top is a vibrant autumn colour, and I've tried to match it similarly with my lip colour. If I was to flip it around and put the emphasis on my eyes, I would go for a brighter, again, more colourful eyeshadow. So I have a single eyeshadow from Lisa Eldridge that is a really shimmery light green shade, so I would go for that on the eyes, but then I would tone down the lips and go for something a bit more natural in that regard. So I do like to go for something a little bit brighter, a little bit more colourful in the summer months, maybe a bit brighter with the blush. I have used my Franken blusher today, which I made from a few different lipsticks. So again, a brighter, more orangey blusher. But also what I like to do with my makeup, not just the colours and the vibrancy, is the texture. I like to go for something a little bit more lightweight in the summer, because if the weather is quite hot, I don't want a full face of foundation, lots of layers of cream and powder makeup, because if you get a little bit sweaty, you think, oh, is my makeup kind of moving around? So what I have done today is I've put on a CC cream. Now I'm finding this a little bit difficult to maintain at the moment because I am panning a foundation, so that is my kind of go-to base product at the moment. But if I wasn't panning it on a day-to-day basis, I would go for a skin tint or a CC cream, or maybe like a tinted moisturiser, something a little bit more lightweight, more breathable, but has a really nice kind of shine and radiance to it, a nice kind of healthy glow. And that helps it keep within the natural classic guidelines as well, because it is a natural look and it's nothing too overpowering or too heavy. There's no kind of like harsh contours going on, and it's reflective of my colour season as well. Also within this point, which I suppose technically isn't makeup, but I am going to include it under this point, is nail colours. So I like to go for, again, more vibrant autumn nail colours, both on my fingers. I don't have any on today. This is a nude colour that's part of my new project pan, but I like to wear these colours on my toenails and my fingernails. And I did put up a video about autumn nail varnish colours, so it would be colours such as these. So it would be, say, a nice coral if you wanted to go for a pink colour, maybe as well a nice bright orange colour. A saffron, a lovely bright yellow colour as well would be nice, or like a nice light peach if you wanted to go for something colourful but not as bright as, say, the saffron next to it. But if you did like slightly darker colours but you still wanted that bit of vibrancy, maybe like a heliotrope would be nice, or a royal purple, but I don't have a royal purple nail varnish. So this is a really good way to inject some colour into your outfits, into your overall appearance. But if you're a little bit apprehensive about doing so with your clothes or your makeup, popping some of this on your nails would be a good idea. If you can't wear nail varnish on your fingers because of work, maybe popping some on your toes would be a good idea, because this is the time of the year where we wear sandals, flip-flops, you get your toes out when it comes to the shoes that you're wearing. So having a pop of colour like this on your toenails would be a great way to inject some of those vibrant autumn shades. And then last point is all about accessories. So with shoes and bags, I like to keep the colours kind of fairly light. The bag that I'm wearing at the moment is my Plen Numero 10, which I've got in a camel colour, but camel is a wow colour for me. It's a 100% colour on me, and it's a year-round neutral, I have decided. So I wouldn't like to go for anything darker than that at this time of the year. And shoes again would be sort of fairly light in colour as well, but shoes and bags are a great way to add in a bit of texture. And naturals, we like a bit of texture, we like a bit of kind of interest like that. So maybe things like a raffia bag, maybe a little bit of tassels, a little bit of fringing, a little bit of like a straw texture, like a basket bag would be a good idea as well. If you're going to wear hats, maybe like a nice kind of straw hat would be a good idea as well. So that's a nice way to lean into our like of textures and those, again, natural materials. And then lastly, jewellery. So in the summer, I don't like to wear as much jewellery. I haven't got any rings on today, and that's quite typical of me in the summer, because if the weather is hot, my fingers will kind of swell up a little bit, and if I have a ring on and I want to take it off, sometimes it's a little bit difficult to do so. So I don't like to go for many rings or even any rings if the weather is quite warm. I'll always have my Fitbit on, and I have this bracelet on that I wear all the time. Anklets are quite nice to wear at this time of the year again, but as an autumn, got to make sure that they are gold. We're a warm season, so we want warm accessories, warm jewellery, which means absolutely no silver. We suit yellow gold. And I feel like anklets are very kind of natural as well. They're not too classic. They are more of that natural side of my clothing personality. And again, if I've got my legs out, if I'm wearing sandals, it's nice to have a little bit of jewellery near my feet. So I do quite like wearing an anklet when the summer is here, when the weather is nice and warm. And another thing I like to do with my jewellery is, because I'm wearing less of it, I like to make a bit more of a statement with my jewellery. So today, for example, I have no necklaces on, but I've gone for a dangly peridot earring, and these are earrings that, due to its colour, I tend to wear when the weather is a bit more warm, because peridot is kind of like a lime green. It's quite vibrant, quite bold and bright, and because it's a dangly earring, it's more of a statement piece of jewellery. So I don't want to be wearing other bits of jewellery, other earrings, other necklaces, because there'll be a bit of like clashing and competing going on. I think these earrings are enough. If I was to be wearing a different top, then I might go for more of a statement necklace. So because I'm wearing less jewellery, the jewellery that I am wearing, I want it to make a bit more of an impact, but obviously still within my natural classic clothing personality, because these aren't too big, too bold. They are medium scale, which suits me and my body, and the colour is perfect for vibrant autumn. So I suppose at this time of the year I move away a bit from the stereotypical classic jewellery, which is possibly pearl studs, a gold chain or two perhaps, maybe small gold hoops, and I like to go for colour. I like to go for colourful gemstones. And I like them to be a little bit bigger as well, and like I say, a bit more of a statement sort of impact. So there we go, those are the things that I like to do during the summer as a autumn natural classic. So these are the things that I do to help me sort of fit in with the summer season and adhere to my clothing personality and my colour season. So if you know your colour season or your clothing personality, please let me know what are the things that you do for each of the seasons as well. We'll be interested to hear your thoughts. I might do something similar for autumn, but as an autumn, dressing for autumn is pretty darn easy, so I'm not sure. I haven't decided if I'm going to do something like that for the next season, but if you liked this one, please do give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you again very soon for the next one. Bye.